Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Cherith Fluker from What Cherith Thinks. If you are new around here, I talk all things self-care and lifestyle, and I am so glad that you chose to press play on this video today. So I want to talk about some of the things that I have going on for the month of March. So if you are someone who is looking to establish a self-care routine, then you'll definitely want to stick around for this video. Okay, so I wanted to talk about some of the things that are going on in my community for the month of March. First, we have the Me March self-care calendar, and I have another video about that if you want to go back and view it. But what we are doing with the Me March self-care calendar is I am choosing activities each day that we can do as a group that will help us to establish a self-care routine. Now, by no means am I trying to tell you what activities you have to do for self-care. My goal is that you are doing something each day to establish a self-care routine for yourself. So if you have not already grabbed your Me March self-care calendar, then you want to make sure to do that. If you are following me on Instagram, in my stories each day, I am putting a reminder of the activity for today. So if you want to follow me there instead of downloading the calendar, you can definitely do that, and I'll put a reminder each day for that. The second thing that I wanted to chat about, so last month we talked about self-care books, and it was so nice. I recommended books that I read that helped me on my self-care journey. We had an opportunity to talk about 3 different books, and I also had an opportunity to learn from you. Several of you DM'd me or emailed me titles of books, and I found some of those books to be very helpful. I read like 3 additional self-care books, so that is really nice. I'm going to put the titles of those books into a blog post, and then I'll make sure to share it on my blog. If you aren't following my blog, I'll put a link down below so that you can follow that too, so that you don't miss out on it. So this month, I want to focus on self-care movies. Watching movies is one of my favorite go-tos for self-care. I especially like to watch those that are feel-good movies, and that's what I want to talk about. I want your help in deciding what movies we will put on the blog for our self-care movie list. So instead of me telling you the movies, I want you to tell me. So if you'll leave it in the comments, or you can DM me, or you can email me, and all month long, I'm gonna put together a list of movies that we all collect, or that you all share with me, and then I will put those on the blog at the end of the month. I'm so excited about that. I know that you guys have some excellent recommendations, and I want you to take some ownership in this as well. Now, I want to set some guidelines for this. I want to make sure that we are choosing movies that really are going to leave us feeling good. I don't feel like it's a self-care movie if it leaves you feeling stressed out, or if it's too violent or anything like that. So we really want to make sure that we're choosing those feel-good movies. For example, one of my favorite go-to, I know that I'm going to feel good at the end of the movie, one of those movies for me is Stepmom with Susan Sarandon and Julia Roberts. I'm not sure if you've seen that movie, but it's one of those that anytime it's on, I'm going to watch it because I know that it's going to make me feel good. Now, it does have some sad aspects of it, but overall at the end, everybody's happy. It's one of those movies that I really love to watch. It's one of those that I like to watch with my family, and it's just one of those feel-good movies. So I want you to think along those lines. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be that type of storyline, obviously, but a movie that just makes you feel all good, warm and fuzzy inside. Those are the types of movies that I want to share, because we want to make sure that if we are using movie watching as a self-care experience, then it's really going to leave us feeling good, because we don't want to be stressed out, don't want to be any of those things. So make sure if you think of a movie, I'll remind you throughout the month to just go ahead and DM me or drop it in the comments, and I'll put it together at the end of the month. So February, we talked about books. March, we're talking about movies. We're also doing the self-care calendar, because I want to make sure that you are doing something every day to establish a self-care routine. If you are a part of my Facebook community, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I appreciate your feedback there. You can also find me on Instagram at Cherith Fluker. I'll make sure to put a link down in the comments as well. I hope you have a great day, and thank you so much for joining.